Hey everyone, this is Light Blight. I'm making a video because I've gotten a lot of video requests. I'm sorry, not a lot of video requests, but a lot of requests. Just a lot of people asking me how I record my videos. How do I make these Let's Play videos and record, these old DOS games and include voice commentary on them and everything. So I just thought I'd make a little video explaining it. Right off the top, just in case anybody's not clear on it yet, I use DOSBox to actually run the games. Any old DOS gamer, anybody who plays old DOS games, should be familiar with DOSBox. If you're not, go check it out. It's just www.dosbox.com, DOSBOX.com. One of the most awesome programs ever made. I'm so grateful that I live in a world with DOSBox, because really it's an awesome program. It lets you play all kinds of really old DOS programs almost as if they are running on actual DOS. I mean, you could probably fool somebody who has been playing really old DOS games for 20 years. You could probably fool them into thinking it's really running on DOS by using DOSBox. It's that good. It's that accurate for most games. Most games, probably more than 90% of major DOS games in the world. Anyway, so yeah, enough said about that. There are lots of other videos about getting games to run with DOSBox, but then the next question is, how do I record? Well, I record using Cam Studio. Now, Cam Studio is free software. It's a really cool little program. You can get it from www.camstudio.org. In fact, let me go ahead and actually, let me bring up a Notepad window. Here we go. Here's Notepad. I'm going to start typing some of these URLs in just so you can see them. So let's see. I started off talking about DOSBox. That's DOSBox.com. Cam Studio is also freely downloadable. That's at, what is it? camstudio.org. And that's what I use to record. Cam Studio is basically all you really need to record these Let's Plays. Now, the trick to getting Cam Studio to work with a Let's Play so that it records both your game audio and your microphone audio at the same time is, actually let me show you, because I'm recording this video right now using Cam Studio, so let me show you. This is the Cam Studio window. This is what it looks like. What you want to do is in the options menu, see there's this option, record audio from speakers. You don't want to choose record from microphone. You want to choose record audio from speakers, because you want to make sure you get the game audio in there, and the audio from whatever game you're playing comes out through the speakers. The question then becomes, how do you get it so that it actually records the microphone audio on top of that? Here's the trick, and here's what a lot of people I think get stuck on. It's actually really simple, but it's kind of maybe non-intuitive if you're not. Anyway, let me show you what it is. This is the Windows volume control. I'm recording this in Windows XP, so I think most versions of Windows look fairly similar in terms of volume control. But basically, what we're after here is the mic volume. See this column here that says mic volume? That's the key. That is what controls your actual microphone that plugs into the computer. See the button or the checkbox right down here that says mute? Now, if you uncheck this so that the microphone is not muted, what you'll notice is, and I don't know if you've ever, some of you might not have played around with this, but if you ever do, if you just unmute your microphone, what you'll find is that the microphone actually comes out through your computer speakers even when there's no program running. Even if there's no other program running, you can, tap the microphone or into it like that or whatever, and you'll notice, hey, the sound is actually coming out of my computer's speakers. That is the key. If you uncheck this box, then you can set Cam Studio to record from speakers, and that'll basically mix the game audio with the microphone audio together. So like right now, if I turn this on, so yeah, it's important that this stays unchecked. You need to uncheck that before you start recording with Cam Studio, otherwise you won't get the microphone audio. If you leave that unchecked, you can get both the game and the microphone audio in your video. That's pretty much all you need. And then once you do that, then you can, I think, typically you'll probably want to compress the video after you're done recording with Cam Studio. You might want to convert it into a different format or compressor or whatever using different software. I use something called MEncoder, short for Media Encoder, which comes with Media Player, which you can get from, the URL is www.mplayerhq.hu. HU being the top level domain for Hungary, because it's made by a Hungarian programmer, I think. MPlayer is actually pretty good. The MEncoder is actually pretty impressive. It's a little bit tricky to figure out how to get it to work, but once you figure out how to get it to work, you can use it to compress your videos and encode them into formats that YouTube works with. There are lots of other programs that'll do this as well. This is just one that I use because I'm still a text command line kind of person. I like to type in commands rather than using a graphical user interface, because I started using computers 20 years ago and I still prefer to type rather than use a mouse. What else? You can also use VirtualDub is a very nice program. You can download that from virtualdub.org. It's also open source, freely downloadable. It's a nice little video editor that you can use to string together snippets of video, or you're going to chop your video. If your video runs too long or something, you can use VirtualDub to split it, save it in multiple pieces so it'll fit into YouTube's 10-minute limit, etc. So that's it. That's really the basics of all you need to know how to make Let's Play videos. Now, slightly more advanced stuff. You may have noticed, if you've been watching my channel lately, you've noticed I'm starting to do a joint Let's Play with her crabbiness. So how are we hooking up two microphones at the same time? Actually, we started off using just one microphone, but I did eventually get two microphones. And it's pretty straightforward. All you need is a splitter. You can just get a splitter that splits off it has one male 1/8 of an inch jack on one side, and then on the other side it splits out into two female 1/8 of an inch sockets. You can get those from Radio Shack. I got this. I got mine from Radio Shack because Radio Shack is relatively ubiquitous, at least if you live in the United States like I do. I got it for like less than $10 at Radio Shack, but you can probably get something similar at any place that sells cables or regular audio equipment or whatever like that. So yeah, if you want to use two microphones, just get a splitter. I was afraid that the splitter might degrade the quality of the audio, but it actually doesn't. It actually sounds really good, so you can get two microphones hooked up to your computer easily that way. Also, one other thing I should mention actually regarding this, make sure that, let's see here under the microphone volume thing, there's this advanced button. Some sound cards don't have this. On my particular sound card, I'm using a Sound Blaster 16 PCI. There's this option that says microphone boost. You want to make sure that's turned on, because if you turn it off, the microphone gets a lot quieter, so make sure that you turn that on. Some people will disagree with me and say you don't want to use the microphone boost because it distorts the audio, and yeah, true, it probably does, but if you're just recording a video of you playing some computer game, it probably doesn't matter that much. If you really want something professional quality, then okay, that's something different. Then get a real mixer with some real microphones, which is going to be significantly more expensive as opposed to the cheap $5 mic that you can buy from almost any computer parts store for $5 or $10. So that's pretty much it. Also, if you're watching her crabbiness's channel lately, you might notice that we're conferencing in Zwobot Jones, who lives on the other side of the world. And some of you are probably wondering, how are we doing this joint Let's Play with Zwobot Jones, who is remote to us? Well, the audio we just worked in using Skype. Most of you have probably heard of Skype by now. I'll go ahead and type in the URL anyway, because I haven't used it very much. I'm not really fond of talking to people on the phone using voice conversations. I'm old school. I still use IRC to talk to people, but yeah, you can do it. And there are tons of other things. There are tons and tons of other programs. Skype is just one of the most popular ones that lets you talk to people using voice over the internet. So that's how he got his voice on. And then how was he able to see the screen? There are lots of ways of doing remote video streaming. What I ended up doing is I just opted to use TightVNC. There are lots of VNC. VNC is basically, I think it stands for, Virtual Network Console, something like that. I ended up going for, TightVNC, which is probably one of the better VNC client-server packages. This again is free. TightVNC is free. You can download it from the website www.tightVNC.com. It's free, both the server and the client. And if you're behind a firewall or a router or some kind of network address translation, as most people in the world probably are today, you might have a hard time connecting directly to somebody's VNC server if you're out on the internet and they don't have a public IP address. So you can solve that problem using Hamachi. I'm actually really pleased that I found Hamachi. In fact, kudos to Zwobot Jones for advising me of it, because Hamachi basically gives you a public internet IP address that other people can use to connect to your computer. So if you're going to do something like this, where some person is remotely logging into your computer to see your screen because you want to do a joint Let's Play with somebody who's on the other side of the world or whatever, then go ahead and check it out. It's logmeinhamachi.com, like that. Check out their website. They've got a cute little program that you can download. It's really easy to use. It's free. I don't think Hamachi is open source. I could be wrong, but it's free to download and use anyway, so that's kind of cool. So yeah. So all of this, these last three things are if you want to do a remote Let's Play with somebody who's not in the same room with you. But if you're just doing one by yourself or somebody who's in the same room with you, then yeah, all you really need is DOSBox and Cam Studio, and then after that for some kind of post-production work or video editing or conversion over, then yeah, mencoder and virtual dub should be pretty much all you need. I'm sure there are more fancy tools out there. If anybody wants to make recommendations, go ahead and let me know. But that's basically all I use. That's what I've been using right from the start for making my my Let's Play videos. Okay, so I hope that that answers some of your questions. If you have any further questions, feel free to let me know. You can post in the comments of this video, but I think that should clear up some things. So, all right, thank you for watching, everyone. I hope that if any of you are curious or inspired to make Let's Play videos, that that gives you the information you need. Alrighty, I will talk to you folks later. See ya. Bye for now.